Friends of YouTube, it's the JTL. I'm back again, and as promised earlier this week, I have a new review for you on this Saturday night. It is a review that I wasn't sure if I was going to do because, quite honestly, when I picked up the Turtle Beach Stealth 500p headphones, as you may have noticed when I made my video, I thought they were pretty awful. I was pretty disappointed with Turtle Beach. And so when the 800 Elites came out, I wasn't sure if I was going to bother to check them out. But come out they did, and so I saw them at Best Buy the other day, and I just decided, well, I'll go ahead and give them a shot. They're a $300 headset, which is a lot of money. But as I often do, I want to see what's out there. I want to see what's good. I want to see if something can actually best in overall quality, value, etc., etc. The Sony Gold Wireless, which I've been using ever since they came out, pretty much 6 or 7 months at this point. So I figured I'd try out the I figured I'd try out the Turtle Beach Elite 800 for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and mobile devices. So as you can see here is the packaging. I have already been using these for a bit. Comes with this nice fold down sleeve, as does so many things these days. The package itself is pretty sweet. It's got all the normal info on the sleeve that you would want to see. So, not much to see there. The package itself has a nice little magnetic clasping mechanism. And as you can see here, I just sort of, threw everything back in the box when I picked it up. But you get a transmitter. I'll go through that in a second. You become a member of the Elite Club, which this says, welcome to Elite. The Elite, basically it gives you free stuff. It's a $300 headset, so I don't really feel like anything that I get from them is free. Literature, which you can come to expect. This is your 3mm jack to connect to non-wireless devices. Some more plastic. Here's that info. Here's a quick start guide. Here's something that says attention. If you have problems, don't take it back to the store. Warranty card. Turtle Beach sticker. Something else about the Elite. Okay, so this Elite thing, it explains here, and you can see this on their website as well, turtlebeach.com/elite. 2-year extended warranty. Dedicated toll-free number for customer support. Twitch Turbo trial membership, early access to Turtle Beach news and product information, exclusive offers from the web store, Elite Force membership card. I'm going to be using that at the video store to prove my identity. Elite Force Elite t-shirt, and 2 free sets of speaker plates. Now, I'm going to come back to that in a little bit. Turtle Beach, with these headsets, the Elite 800, are really going after Astro and the A50s in a big-time way. Do they get there? Not quite sure. Okay, so then we have this fold-out. Everything goes the opposite way on the camera. Fold-out, quick start, menu, and then box of cables. You can see here, insert, everything goes on the... So that's the box. Pretty nifty little deal. And so here we have, move all this stuff out of the way. Here we have the headset itself. As you can see, it sits in this little cradle here. It has blinking lights, and be careful, if you cover the microphones, it will feedback. Maybe they'll update that. These blinking lights tell you the power's on, and a bunch of different things. Quite honestly, the feature set on this is so extensive that I've only just begun, and I've been trying to go through everything to really figure out what is what is the best, what it does. I mean, okay, so here's the headset. There's tons of controls on each side. So here on the right ear cup, we have chat volume up and down. We have mic mute. This also, I think, long press controls the type of room that you're in. So what the mic is picking up based on the type of room, quiet room, loud room, you know, if you have an air conditioner or something like that, then this switches through presets. Now there are, I think, 4 or 5 presets per preset, and there are 4 preset banks. So there's movie, there's game, there's music, there's stereo. And then for each of those, there is yet another set of 4 presets. And you know, it sounds pretty good generally. Okay, other ear cup, we have power, we have Bluetooth. Now, this is a feature I didn't think I would like all that much, but I have my PlayStation 4 and my Mac Mini plugged into the same 27-inch Asus monitor. And it gives me the opportunity to have this headset plugged in both to the Mac Mini and to the PlayStation 4 at the same time without having to worry about, you know, taking the dongle off and plugging it into the computer or anything like that. It's a pretty nifty setup, and I can go from playing games to switching back to the computer, browsing the internet, listening to music, etc. Now, one thing that I really like is that the headset is the ear cups are angled forward. I saw this on the 500p as well, and it would have been awesome had the headset not been so terrible, but it was, so I didn't really spend much time. This is a more leatherette, a more authentic feeling leather than what was on the 500p. And overall, I will say that I got some comments about using the word premium to describe or not describe, in the case of the 500p, the sound or the feel of the headsets. I said the 500Ps did not feel premium, and somebody said, well, they're supposed to be light, so they're not going to feel premium. Now, there is a difference between light and cheap, okay? The 500P were cheap and light, but cheap. These are light. They have nice memory foam all around. They're light enough that you don't have to worry about being too heavy. The ear cups are large, but they're not so large that it looks like you're wearing Coke cans on your ears. And so, yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about. This is premium quality build. And as much as I ragged on Turtle Beach for the non-premium aspects of the 500p, these Elite 800s are well built all around. Oh, see it there? I covered up the mic. Now, that's one thing that Turtle Beach really needs to fix. Let me hear that. That is feedback from the mics. Another thing that these headsets have is noise canceling, and I think that's why it's feeding back. There are 2 microphones. You see there's a little, let me get this in here. There is a little dot here. That's one microphone. Let me find the other one. It's around here somewhere. Right here on the bottom. See it right there? So one is going to be for your noise canceling. One is going to be for your voice chat. And I'm going to guess that this one on the bottom is for voice chat, and the one on the side is for noise canceling. If you're not familiar with how noise canceling technology works, basically anything that you get from the Bose Quiet Comforts QC15s, which are a very nice headset as well, all the way down. The way the noise canceling works is there's another microphone or 2 or sometimes 3 maybe that pick up the external sound coming from around you in the room. So if you're in an airplane, the low hum gets picked up, and the noise canceling headset then picks up that noise and cancels those frequencies so it doesn't make it into the head. It basically cuts those frequencies out, so you are not hearing them inside the headset. And this has noise canceling, and the noise canceling is actually pretty darn nice. I was pretty impressed. So the last thing to cover is the let's see if I can get this turned around, because I was too lazy to unplug it from my system, because then I'd have to get back behind things. God, someday I'll figure out how to get in front of stuff. Anyway, this is the base station. It has, as you see, 2 little magnetic poles here that the headset jacks in magnetically. It actually, you can feel the magnetism of it. Works. Oh yeah, and this lady that Turtle Beach uses talks to you whenever you do anything with the headset. So here's the base station. It's got 2 different USBs. It also has 2 different optical outputs. So optical in, optical out, so you can go out from the base station into your TV if that's what you're using or whatever. Or sound bar, etc., etc. In my setup, I have everything running into a small mixing board, and so I usually go out of this and into the mixing board with a little optical to RCA converter so that I can listen to stuff through my studio speakers here. I don't have that hooked up right now because the DTS-X, which is really some sort of Dolby thing, doesn't play nicely with my with the rest of my system. So when I have optical plugged in, it makes all kinds of jittery, nasty, ugly sounds. So that's a problem, and I don't really know what the workaround for that is going to be. Maybe I just have to not have the headset plugged in if I want to listen to stuff through the speakers, because that's something that you have to change inside of the PlayStation. You have to switch from Dolby to... you had to switch from linear PCM to Dolby, not DTS. Even though it's supposed to be DTS surround, I'm still not sure what the deal is there. So you have to really be able to... I don't know what the situation is there. So that's the sort of walk around of the product. And I've been using these since last Saturday and today's Saturday. So I've been using them for a week. And I've tried to use them in just about every usage model that Turtle Beach anticipated. When I reviewed the 500p, I used them for about an hour. And they were so awful that I immediately put them back in the box. And took them back to Best Buy and got my money back. So it should tell you something that I'm here with these a week later and still using them. In fact, I've gone as far as to take the Sony Golds and put them in the closet. Will they stay in the closet? I'm not entirely sure. So, I mean, pros to this headset, there are many. I have to admit that even the 510, whatever the previous high-end models were that I tried out. I've tried out the PX4, the 510, which is like the P51. I've tried out a bunch. They were nice, but they weren't $300 nice. And the PX4 wasn't even really to my taste $150 nice. The Sony Gold was, if not equal, close enough to not justify 2 times more the expenditure for something like the 510 or the 51s. These are a step up from those previous models. It was a huge surprise to me because I really thought after listening to those 500p's and trying those out and seeing what kind of quality Turtle Beach was giving us with those, I thought these were just going to be awful, but they are not. The noise canceling works great. The presets sound good. You have the option to plug into the computer and do other custom presets. I believe that's a PC-only feature, however. But you can also control it from your Android phone with an app. I haven't done that because I don't have an Android phone. And hopefully there'll be iOS support for that sometime soon. But yeah, pros-wise, I mean, they're pretty stylish. I wouldn't feel like a complete jackwad walking down the street with these on. I don't know if I would do that. But I would travel with them for the noise canceling. I had a set of Bose QC15s that died on me, and I like those a lot. They are a much smaller headset than this, but they aren't a gaming headset. But yeah, I haven't been able to drain the battery. I've used it for a couple of days in a bunch of different ways. I listen to music on them. The music sounds great. The presets are not over the top. They don't thunder at you with too much bass. They don't shear your eardrums with too much treble. They all sound pretty good. I've been using the signature sound presets and have been really pretty happy with them. The DTS X surround sound. That's the question I get a lot, is how does the DTX sound? I will say that there is more directionality with this than I've heard in other headsets. I wish I still had a set of A50s here to test these against, but I don't. I will say that these are at least on par with the A50s. They do better the Sony Gold Wireless. And overall, I will say my only cons with this headset is that when you touch you just barely touch a button and something changes. And so when you're and there are buttons everywhere on the outside of these ear cups. So when you're taking it off or when you're adjusting them on your head or something like that, man, it's really easy to just boom, change a setting and you're not even entirely sure what you've just changed. Volume up, chat volume down, whatever. It is nice that the volume for overall game and the chat volume are separate. This does have a nice mic monitoring feature where I can hear myself pretty darn clearly coming back into the headset. It's much more noticeable than the side tone that other gaming headsets give you. It's not the same as what Turtle Beach had given you in previous headsets, where you could really adjust that with a third toggle switch or volume rocker or whatever. So it's not that, but it's still good, and it's definitely better than the 500p. Another con, of course, is the mic feedback that you get when you cover up that mic. And I do kind of miss having a boom mic attached. I mean, Turtle Beach has always been about boom mics in my experience with them, and there's no mic on this. I haven't had any complaints. I've asked people how it sounds. Everybody says it sounds pretty good. Maybe when I get a quick minute, I will go ahead and do a mic test to see how it sounds. But coming back into the cans, it sounds pretty good to me. PlayStation in the 2.0 update has really rocked it with making chat sound much, much better. So it's hard to tell what is the headset and what is the 2.0 update, but it sounds great. So is there a new king of the hill when it comes to gaming headsets? Does the Turtle Beach Elite 800 best the Sony Gold Wireless enough to say that it's worth it to me to spend the $200 extra on it? These are $299. The Gold Wireless now are, I've seen them for $80. I've seen them for $70. But traditionally they are priced at $99. I'm going to say that if you have $300 to spend and you want to spend it on something that is, over and above better than just about anything else, then the Elite 800 by Turtle Beach is pretty darn awesome. I'm having a hard time because I'm going to have to think about whether or not I want to spend the money to keep them or if I'm going to take them back to Best Buy. And I'm going to have a hard time making that decision. I've still got a few more weeks to decide. But they're a really nice headset. Will they stay reliable and easy to use over the course of the next few weeks? I'll come back with another video on that. But they're a nice headset. And Turtle Beach, kudos to you. You've actually gone ahead and made a great headset. Better than any that I've heard. And I've listened to probably 5 or 6 different ones and had some experience with them from you. So well done, Turtle Beach. Mea culpa, JTL, for slagging you so hard with the 500p and doing a 180 and being really pretty positive about this offering. The 500p is still has a lot of room for improvement. If you're going to spend $130 on a set of 500p's, go with the Sony Golds. If you're going to spend $300, I think, if the goal was for Turtle Beach to ramp up the competition on Astro, especially since Astro has had so much trouble with product quality control. Every Astro headset that I've had, and I've had 4 of them at this point, every single one has had some sort of defect in its functionality. These so far, no defects at all. If the goal was for Turtle Beach to step it up and go toe-to-toe with Astro and maybe regain the crown as #1 gaming headset manufacturer in the high-end category, I think they've done it. Honestly, I think they've done it. I'm really impressed, and I'm not too much of a man to admit that I need to own up to that fact. Well done, Turtle Beach. The Turtle Beach Elite 800 is a fantastic headset that I'm going to be hard-pressed to return.